How many people are you feeding at the draft?
Thousands of pounds of food and water, 50 pallets of drinks. It was crazy. Chicken gives me a little PTSD.
Okay.
There was a guy who grabbed a whole chicken breast and threw it at us and this whole thing. I guess he was extra hungry and grabbed a piece of chicken and put it in his pocket. I was like, dude, what's in your pocket? And he was like, chicken. What are we doing? And so he threw it at me like that. And that was that.
Is there anything where you're like, oh man, that's bad?
Everything is fixable or livable. And I've lived by that my whole entire life.
What do you mean by that it's bigger than just feeding people?
I want to nourish their whole body. So that's food, energy, attitude, music, everything. When you love what you do and it's important because you're changing people's lives, whether you know it or not. Someone could be having a really bad day. They come to their favorite show and you change their whole life. You nourish people to make other people's day better.
Talk to me about being a mom while working these crazy jobs.
Mom guilt is for real. Mom guilt is a thing, and it was hard. I just looked at my husband and was like, I'm done.
Through bedside and virtual programs, Musicians on Call has delivered the healing power of music to over 1.2 million people in hospitals across the country. And now, MOC is looking for new volunteers to help share the joys of live music. Volunteer guides are the friendly faces who host the programs as volunteer musicians perform hopeful songs to put a smile on the faces of hospital patients, families, and caregivers. To learn more about becoming a Musicians on Call volunteer, visit www.musiciansoncall.org. Welcome to the Gigs Podcast. I'm your host, Nikki Sands, founder and CEO of Gigs. And today we have Mandi Naylor. So Mandi has spent over a decade running food and beverage at some of the biggest events in the country. The NFL Draft, the Super Bowl, Bonnaroo, ACL, Lollapalooza, CMA Fest, KAABOO, and the NASCAR Chicago Street Race. She's managed catering for commissioners, artists, and crews of thousands, and now leads events for the Robertson County Chamber of Commerce in Tennessee. Mandi, thank you so much for being here.
Hi, thanks for having me.
The last time I saw you, we were in Arizona working Super Bowl together. And I asked, our group of friends, I really want someone in food and bev, someone in catering who's just an expert. And because we haven't had that yet. And they all said, you need to get Mandi. So
thanks.
Thank you for doing this.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
I'm going to start out with, I heard at the draft every year that you give a very inspiring speech to your troop, to your catering troop. So can you please give a rallying cry like your draft speech?
I will. The first question is, did you advance that? Okay. Listen, people, I need you to advance your catering. We've got 5 different locations, maybe 10 if you count all of the back of house, front of house, staff catering, and y'all all complain about going different places with different food. I don't hire good looking people just to look at them myself. So I hired for you to come in and eat our delicious food. And so let's have a good time. Let's eat. Let's fuel up. Let's enjoy the view and the food. I mean, that's just what we do here. We're just a safe space of happiness, food, good-looking people. But yeah, it's a good time. This is a cute touch with the chicken fingers. We have
how do you feel about this food layout?
Well, chicken gives me a little PTSD.
Okay.
There was a guy who grabbed a whole chicken breast and threw it at us and this whole thing. So
wait, okay, let's hear the story.
Yeah, so it was my first draft. And we're in Nashville, and I was brand new to the, not brand new to the catering world.
This was 2019?
Yeah, 2019, my first draft. And I guess he was extra hungry and grabbed a piece of chicken out of the container and put it in his pocket. I was like, what the hell, dude? What are we doing? So I stopped him. I'm like, dude, what's in your pocket? He's like, nothing. I was like, dude, what's in your pocket? And he was like, chicken. And I was like, now you contaminated a whole bucket of chicken. This is stupid. What are we doing? And so he threw it at me like that. And that was that. And I made him take it out. I had to throw out all the chicken. So props to that guy.
Because he put his hand
his bare, dirty stage hand, dirty hand in there. I was like, dude, you could have asked me for a sandwich. Do you want to give me that chicken back?
Yep.
I'll take a ticket.
This is Spencer's lunch now.
That's genius. I touched it. I washed my hands though.
You threw it at me. That was amazing. Thank you.
So that's a little piece
fun.
of what we deal with, I guess. But that was my first management, catering job. I had been in events for a long time, but the draft was like the first one where something crazy happened like that.
So that was someone working it. That was at catering, at the catering tent.
He had a ticket for it, but it's not an extra ticket for the extra food.
For the
it was
extra
in his
food.
pocket.
In the pocket. We're talking about cup of bacon, and now it's a pocket of chicken.
Pocket of chicken. Pocket of chicken.
Gross.
Pocket cookies, pocket chicken. It happens a lot.
I honestly have done pocket cookies. Let's be real.
Yeah. I mean, but I can't blame him. I was like, dude, I
you
would have made
can't
you a
stick
sandwich.
your hands in the chicken.
No, I would have made you a sandwich.
So, okay. All right, take me back. You said you've done a bunch of events before this.
Yes.
You started in restaurant management.
Yes.
So you thought that you were going to do weddings. You got a guest lecture from your mentor, Dennis Freeman.
Yes,
that kind of made you go, okay, maybe I can go into live events. Can you tell me about that?
Sure. So I was a little older in my second round in college, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was doing weddings, restaurant management. If I had a kid, I was like, if I'm going to finish something in life or tell him to finish something in life, I need to finish college. And so I went back to school, and this guy, Dennis Freeman, came and talked to my class, and I was doing the wedding thing, had just finished restaurant management, and I was gun-ho weddings. Like, I don't know what I was thinking with these brides. But anyway, I mean, I get it. It's your important day. But he comes and talks to us, and he was talking about live logistics and doing live events. And one of his main gigs was CMA as an independent contractor. And I was like, that would be a great internship. And so I went to my teacher. She connected us. And so on my birthday, I had an interview at the CMA office because he was just remotely working there at that time.
Yeah.
And got dressed up, bought a new outfit on my birthday. And he put me to work right away. I didn't even have an interview. And I was like, I bought a new outfit for this, and the first day I ruined the laminator. I didn't use the folder and wrapped around it.
Oh no.
But it was shit happens, I guess, whatever. But it was great. He was such a great mentor to me, and really opened my eyes to what live events is and what it means. And he really taught me it's a bigger picture, just not what you're touching, but what everything and how it affects everybody. And so he was amazing. I worked with him for a couple of years, graduated college, rented linens out for a quick second. We don't have to get into that because that was silly. Okay. And then started working with him again, and just started freelancing and really getting into that world of gig work, and how much I loved it. And
what was the difference between that and weddings?
The bride? No, I'm just kidding.
That's what everyone says.
No,
yeah.
I think the big difference was that was just one day, a short time. I think with live events, I got to affect thousands of people, right? Thousands of people one time. And for me, feeding thousands of people and nourishing them and changing their life for one day, whether it's just their favorite artist, their favorite song. Yeah. For me, I mean, I love music. Don't get me wrong. Shout out Teddy Swims. He's my favorite, old school stuff. But and I love Hamilton, Broadway, but you don't have to put that anywhere. But anyway, so I just love touching lives and for everybody. And so for me, it was just the best way to do that was I love standing at open gates and having the people run by and you're in your hair. And for me, just affecting people like that. That was what really taught me or pulled me over to live events.
But that's also not, advancing the production and being that person on the stage and all of that. It's touching the lives that are working this. That's a whole different, is that kind of always been in you of kind of nurturing and
yeah. They called me festymom. That was my hashtag on my TikToks, all those things, festymom. I took care and take care of everyone. And I've always kind of been like that. And so for me, not even the people that I hired, but the people that came into that tent every day, I would transform that tent and make it beautiful. So when they come in to eat, I'm nourishing them, not only their bodies, but their souls, their minds. They could relax. They could do whatever they want. Yell at me if you want. Have a good time. Sit there. This is the place where you don't have to be 110 working, balls to the wall. You can sit down, eat, relax, and then get back to work. So I love nourishing people and helping them grow, whether that's in work, in life, or whatever. And so for me, that was just really what won me over. Just nourishing everyone. And so I think that's just really cool. So
you're nourishing them. Festy Mom for life. You're nourishing them, but it's often one of the hardest jobs. I did catering. Girl.
Yeah.
You're the first one in and last one out. I mean,
always.
it's you have to be.
Yeah.
And it's hot. It's very physical.
Very hot. Yep.
And people are appreciative, but not always.
Not always.
You hear the the grumblings, but how can you make everybody happy? Yeah. One thing that you said at the very beginning about, you ruined the laminator machine on your first day. Did you see how your mentor handled that mistake?
Yeah. It was nothing. He's It's not a big deal. Everything's fixable or livable. And I've lived by that my whole entire life. Like everything is fixable or livable. And we just roll with it. And we cleaned it out. We fixed it right then. It wasn't a big deal. It worked again the next day. I think that's kind of how I lived with catering too, right? Yeah. Everything's fixable or livable. I can feed you. I can. You may not love what we have. And you could be allergic to everything under the sun, but I'm going to feed you no matter what. Let's put a challenge in my face. What are you allergic to? What extra food do we need? Like, let's figure it out. Everything is fixable or livable. Like, we can do it. It's easy.
Is there anything that isn't fixable or livable? Is there anything where you're like, oh man, that's bad. It's gone too far or whatever. Like, is there anything that you've run into? Is it food just not even showing up? Like how?
Yeah, but then you just order food to go. That's what, you just get in your car and it may be late. But it's going to be there, Right. And so I think everything might be like I've had ovens break, fridges break, it's just anything that happens and you just always have the bigger picture and backup plan in your mind. Like what do we do? So like before every city we would get in, I would have a list of restaurants and caterers that I could call. And especially like at the draft, I'd have a list of people like, you're going to be my backup person. Okay. I'm going to use you this many times for some big, large to-go orders. But if shit hits the fan, for lack of a better word, you're going to be my to-go person. What could be prepared? Can you make me 100, 200 meals? How fast can you do it?
Wow.
What does that look like? And so we've had to do that where I've run out of food where people didn't advance that or a big group forgot to order, didn't know they were there yet. Mandy, we need 50 meals.
Oh my gosh.
Give me an hour, let's figure it out. And I would have caterers numbers like saved in my phone. Like, let's call them, let's figure it out. So it's always having a backup plan, always being prepared. So yeah, I think everything's fixable or livable. I mean, even if your audio goes out, like you can do an acoustic show.
Right.
Nobody can hear you, but we can figure it out, right? You can figure it out. I mean, something gets canceled. You go out with your daily life and everybody moves on and it's sad, but I mean, it's just part of it. And so the air conditioner's not working in the catering tent. Someone throws chicken at you. Everything is livable. Just little extra crumbs in my hair, and we just like kind of move on,
That's a good way to see it. I love that phrase. Everything's livable and fixable.
Yeah. But it is hard. Catering's hard.
Yes.
It's hard. And they don't get it.
Well, and I think, right, I want to get into that.
Yeah, sure.
Something that is that's such a great mindset to have for you as you bring new people in, because oftentimes, a first job in the industry might be through catering or through merch or hospitality. And so do you enjoy training people? Like, can you tell me what you see in people right away if it's their first time and they break the laminating machine, whatever it is, but like, what is it in them where you're like, no, they're going to actually go far. I want to put time into them.
Yeah, it's their drive and when they show up on time and did they do their research? What kind of tennis shoes they have on? What kind of clothes are they wearing? I mean, just those little things there. Did they lose their credential the first week? Right? Just coming with an open mind and realizing we don't react, we reflect, and we get that job done. And so for me, I'm looking for a hustler. I'm looking for someone who wants to be there no matter what. I want those eager beavers. I want those people who are ready to go. And so for me, I look for the people that want to be there. They'll take that catering job.
Yeah.
And I try to suck them into catering. Like, stay in catering. Like, why are we leaving catering? Why do you want to work in production?
Come on.
Yeah, we're in a tent. This is cool. Yeah, we don't get to see the show, but that's okay, So you want the people that really want to be there.
Yes.
And I want the hustlers. And I want the people because people don't realize this too. Catering is so mental. Like, they're like, why do you pay your people like this? Like they're just taking tickets. Huh. No, they're not. They are doing this small talk 3 times a day to the same people all day, and it can be thousands of people. And then you got to watch your numbers, make sure you don't go over your numbers, and be prepared and make sure you have all the food. So for me, I want those people who are open-minded, who can handle the mental. And I always tell people, like, you don't have to be like me, but you need to be a little peppy when they come in.
It's true.
Like, that person could be having a really bad day. They could have been yelled at, and you need to be like, welcome to lunch. Come on in. Yes. Like, you don't have to say it as peppy as I do, but you need to be welcoming because that's like I said, their place where they can like escape for 30 minutes. So those are the people I want to bring on, and those are people I hire. And I have people all the time who are like, oh, I want to come work with you. And I'm like,
you sure?
Nah. I'm going to pass on you, but I'll see you and get a beer later. Like, we're not doing it this week. But I've hired a few friends who have worked out really great.
Yeah.
And it's hard. You're first in. Why do we have to be there at 5 a.m.? Because catering opens at 6. Got to make sure the food is ready. Dinner's over at 9. Yeah, but we got late night meals, artist meals. You got, your guys who are staying tearing down the stage. They've got to eat. We got to make sure that those meals are ready to go. And so it's just not breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's snacks. It's coffee breaks. Artist food, staff food, production, all the things.
And you can tell too when a catering team actually cares. Yeah. You can always tell, and you can feel it when you do come in that tent. It's like, well, welcome, and it's that same little small talk where you're like, man, that was real nice, and then you get to know them more and more, and then I think that's such a cool insight I haven't even thought about. It's very mental.
Yes.
Because even if you're having the bad day, you can't be showing it.
Yeah.
That's your performance time.
Yeah.
That audio engineer's time is during the show, but now you're performing.
Yeah.
You're
a week before the festival's going on. And I always tell people, like, I need the extra money. I want the air conditioner heater in the tent. Like, don't save money on that, producer. Like, we need to be comfortable, and you need to make it look good, because if the food sucks, but the tent looks good and there's music, sometimes they'll forget the food is really bad. That's true. And they have to come back anyway. So, like, ambiance matters. So I always decorated the tent. Always.
With what?
Well, sometimes the most caterers will have stuff. They'll have like draping, some crazy little centerpieces. I love when it's around Halloween. We do Halloween decorations because I'm obsessed with Halloween. But like anything that we can do, posters that the caterer has, or anything that the decorating team, the decor team has extra, signage, the music, everything matters. And people don't really get that or think it matters. Like, which is a white tent is fine. I've been to those white tents because someone didn't have the money to help me do that, and it's like, this kind of sucks. And the chicken fingers were cold today, and one was in that guy's pocket. Yes. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, this is not going to work.
Yes.
So it just it does make a difference. You got to take care of your employees. You got to take care of your team, their family, and they're away from their family working really hard. So spend that extra money on them, Spend that extra time.
Spend that extra time. And are you always aware of the allergies beforehand, or do you have to kind of figure out when they come to you and then have stuff ready to go? How do you prepare for all that?
Both. There's a lot of people who will come to you like, hey, I'm allergic to this, can't be touched, can't be the same thing. We usually have extra meals for them, or we'll have to go get them things. And there's people who are like, hey, I have an allergy, I'm allergic to onions. Oh yeah. Oh shit, we have chicken fajitas today. Like, there's onions mixed in. And so then that's why I am 100% have a caterer there. Like, I get the to-goes to save money. That's great for load in, load out.
Right.
I get the food truck aspect to save money, but the speed and the quickness you can do and to be able to cook on site is a huge difference for those people who do have those allergies, who didn't tell you, and things like that. Because you can clean the grill, you can have the fresh utensils, you have the sinks. And so those things are so important to have on site, to be able to adjust to those things,
I'll never forget. I like this. It just kills me. He probably already forgot because it probably happens to him all the time. But when I was like a sub PA on tour, this guy had celiac, and all the after show food I think was like Hattie B's or something. Sure. And he literally got just a bare chicken breast. That was his after show. Yeah. And it was so upsetting that I couldn't adjust. I couldn't fix things for him. And it's so much harder than you give anyone credit for. And so, how much you guys probably bend backwards to make stuff work.
And I always try to have a buffet full of options. So, so like, there's people who want to eat healthy and they don't want all the sauces. So, you try to have a vegetable that's not covered in sauce. You try to have that chicken, and then you can't just have pork. You'd have to have like another protein too, because some people don't eat pork. And then a lot of people are dairy free or celiac. And so you're like, but you need the carbs, you need the protein, you need the vegetables. So you always have a salad bar, always have a sandwich station, always have options for them. One festival I worked, I loved the Red Rock shows, the When We Were Young, Sick New World shows, and he is very healthy. So we had actually like a separate buffet for that producer and that team, and we probably did it for like 25 people, and it was just a healthy choice every day. So if you wanted something fresh or healthy, you could go get that, and it was just there. And so I loved that idea of that, because it helped. You could have celiac there, dairy free there. You're getting like some good seasoned protein with those fresh vegetables. And so that was always a great option too.
Is that more expensive?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I just never know how. Like, there was one tour I got to go on with a smoothie bar, and they were like, we could make fresh smoothies every day. And I was just like, I'm in heaven. This is the coolest thing ever. But I wonder how much extra that was per day.
Oh, yeah. We do juice bars before too, because the artist wanted it. So then they left it in catering, and I was like, guys, you're asking for trouble. Do we know how much fruit is right now? Like,
right.
And the prices have gone up so much. When I started, I could get breakfast buffet for like $10 a person. You can't get it under 20 something now.
Whoa.
And dinner can go all the way up to 40, and you're not even getting like seafood with that, So it's expensive. It's really gone up in the past 10-ish years I've been doing it, how much prices have gone up. But that's the same. But
everyone's got to eat.
I know. And if you go out to eat now, everything is doubled. It is insane. So
yeah. All right. So You talk a lot about nourish. I want to hear that and like how important that is. So what do you mean by that it's bigger than just feeding people?
Yeah. Well, you have to feed them. You have to nourish them. Mm-hmm. You have to fuel them for the day, right? And so if they don't like anything, if they don't want to eat, they're not going to be able to use their full energy, right? And so I nourish them that way with food, but I also nourish them with the attitude when you come in, like we said earlier, like just nourishing their soul for their day, because it can be hot, rainy, cold, and I just feel like they're miserable out there, and so I want to nourish their whole body. So that's food, energy, attitude, music, everything. Because if they can leave happy, then that gives them extra energy mentally and physically to go out there and work. I think that's why catering is so important. People are like, it's just catering. No, it's not like rocket scientists. No, but it's really important.
Yes.
This is really important. What we're doing is important. And it may not be brain rocket, whatever science or surgery you want to call it. I get so mad when people say that. Like, but you know what? This is important. When you love what you do and it's important, then you make a better effort at it. And it is important because you're changing people's lives, whether you know it or not. Someone could be having a really bad day. They come to their favorite show and you change their whole life. You nourish people to make other people's day better. That's also the difference in hospitality, I think, and customer service, is that nourishing, that going that extra step. And so that's why I love like nourishing people. We're going to say that like 100 times.
That's huge. It's more than with the food, but also with, the attitude and the empathy. And whenever there were some days in, going into catering, I just wanted to be alone and like get, my energy back, like be on my phone, whatever it is. Whenever you see someone just like alone or in a bad place, have you ever approached them or encouraged your team? Yeah. What do you tell them?
So people would make fun of me because I would bring enough people in to sit at the table and I go take plates and talk to people. And my boss was like, you don't have to do that. Like, don't take my plate. Oh, like that's that restaurant service style that I would implement in the day. Like you're talking, I don't want you to talk over your chicken bone. Barbie was in that guy's pocket from earlier. Like we're not doing that. Like let me take your plate. But then there are people who are alone and you get that vibe. So I would either bring them a water if it was empty, bring them a cookie, let them have their time alone, take their plate, just say hi and let them have that space. Because again, when you walk into catering, you can have any experience you want in there. You can sit alone. You can listen to the music with your friends. You can laugh. You can complain. You can throw chicken or tickets at me. I don't care. It's happened before. I've had tickets and plates thrown at me. Girl. And so, like, that's what I wanted. That space was to do whatever you needed to do there, right? Like, be respectful, but...
Plates.
Oh, yeah. Plates. But, so I would always talk to the people by themselves.
Why the plates? Can you tell that story?
They didn't like what they had, so they would throw their plates at me. One time at the draft...
Ridiculous.
I had two of my girls there working. I love those. They were there with a lot of shows with me. I don't know if I say shout out McKenna, whatever. Yes. But anyway, so we were feeding everybody, everywhere from volunteers.
McKenna, I know McKenna.
You know McKenna.
Okay, she's the best.
She worked with me like on a lot of my shows. She's the best. She was up at the draft with me, and we were at one of our locations out of 10, and we have volunteers that we feed too. But the rule is you have to have a ticket, especially if you're a volunteer. Like if I know you, that's one thing. I can look your name up. But you have to get a ticket from your supervisor that shows you worked those hours and now you get lunch. And that was kind of the rule. And they came up and they didn't have their ticket. And they are in the wrong location, which I very much communicated multiple times to everybody.
Of course.
That you were to eat in these certain areas. And so they were in the wrong area and they didn't want to walk to the other area and they didn't have a ticket. So he like took the stack of plates and threw them at us.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, he was like so rude, and I was like, so I stepped in front of him, and he was probably like 6 foot. I ain't scared. Like, you're not gonna respect my people. Like, there's a line, and I will let you eat, but there is a line, right? Like, I could have guided you in the right area. We could have called your supervisor. We could have worked it out. So I like stepped in front of him, and I was like, you are not gonna throw plates at my people. You are leaving here now, and you are not welcome back. And I am calling your supervisor. Like, you're not welcome back into catering.
Period.
You will not be nourished. You are done. Like, you are not doing it. Like, like, I don't know if you worked or not, And so I stepped in front of him. And then the security officer was like, why don't you just let him eat? Well, because it's $35 a person. So if I let him eat, he's going to call his 12 friends. And I'm going to be over budget over here when no one ate where they were supposed to eat. So no, he's not eating. And if you're going to be rude and disrespectful, I will let you do whatever you need to do. But there's a line. When you throw a stack of plates at someone, you're not welcome in my catering area. So
shouldn't be
sorry.
welcome at that festival.
No. And so it's happened a couple of times. It happened at Bonnaroo. I've had to break up a couple of fights.
Really?
Yeah.
In the catering tent?
Yeah. They do whatever. It was one cute time. Oh my gosh. There's a guy named Joseph. He was from England. And there was a fight in a different tent, and I was in the tent next to him, and I can't do the accent very well. He's like, Mandi, and I'm like running over there, and it was raining that year. It was the year it got canceled. Run over there, and there's this guy trying to hit it was crazy, and I was like stepped in between them, and I'm like, get out of my tent. You are not welcome here. And his boss came to apologize. It's like, he's still not welcome here.
Wow.
We are not doing that here.
No.
You can go in your and do that. Like, we're not doing that here. We're all sleeping in tents here at Bonnaroo. Do not come fight in my tent. Like,
right. Well, and that you're dealing with people who, when I work festivals, I realized I don't like working festivals. Like, it's tough. It's tough. It's dirtier. It's weather really impacts you. Yeah. And you're sleeping in tents. It's usually not good conditions. There's the showers, if there are showers, are not great. You don't feel nourished. And so, that really is that one place. So people have got some attitudes that you got to deal with.
And it has to be safe. Yeah. Right? That's not welcome. I've multiple people like, can he come back and eat? I've told them no. You can have a to-go plate. Yeah. You can go eat over there.
Get out of here.
Come in here.
We don't do that.
We have fun. You can have therapy. You can do whatever you need to do in here. You can dance or sit alone. Yeah. But we're not going to threaten other people in my tent. That's when that festymom mama bear comes out.
There it is. It's super needed in this. Is. Yeah. So you've said that the draft is actually harder than working the Super Bowl often. Tell me why.
The draft is my favorite. So the Super Bowl, I was doing credentials at the Super Bowl, and that is not easy as well. We did it together, and 80,000 credentials, counting them every day, long hours. But it was in it was in the stadium or around the stadium. The draft for me was so challenging because every year it was in a different city. Right. Every year, and it wasn't in a building. It wasn't in a stadium. It was, one year it was in a stadium, but we used so much of a footprint in the city, different permits they would have to get. Luckily, shout out Joe, I didn't have to do the permits, but we would have to use local caterers too. The draft they do so well. The NFL does so well at using local businesses and shouting out and supporting local. And that is so cool. And so they challenged me a couple years ago to use only local caterers. And so that challenge and why it was so hard, because a lot of them hadn't done the numbers that we have done before, and the fast quality food, pushing it out so quick, the long hours. They have done weddings and events that may be just like one meal. And so it was so challenging and hard to want to teach them and help them and guide them. And some of them have never built a kitchen outside. Oh. And so we had a lot of those, and they did great, and they pulled it off. But it was challenging. And we were in the middle of Kansas City, downtown, on the streets, right? In Detroit. Shout out Detroit. They've got great food. And the people were super great. Like, people hate on Detroit. I love Detroit. Oh. It was great.
How many people are you feeding at the draft?
Oh, thousands.
Wow.
Thousands for a month. We fed them for a month. We started for the build. And so we would do a lot of local ordering from restaurants. And that's where I would build those extra relationships, right, with having those backups. So we would do a week or two of ordering from restaurants for just like the guys coming in to start with the stage build. And then we would bring in those caterers for 2 weeks. Yeah. And we were feeding thousands.
Wow.
Thousands, every day.
3 meals, sometimes 4 for the late nights.
Yeah. It was crazy, but it was such a cool experience. And just meeting those people in the cities who were so happy to have that experience there was so cool, so amazing, so eye-opening on what it takes to do these large events that they do, and to do them in a random place that never held an event before on a street
in the middle of the city. Yeah. When I was doing catering, you would see the different departments when they actually get to break. Like after they're loaded, they get like a couple hour break or whatever it is, like after sound check. But catering really doesn't get a break. Like when do you get to sit and rest and take care of yourself, especially if you're working for a whole month straight?
2 a.m.
Girl.
No, it would be, it's crazy. They don't get breaks, and they are hustling in there. And you also have to think, too, the feeding thousands of people every day. They come in for breaks. You're open from lunch to dinner to late night meals. So some caterers will bring in different shifts of people, but my staff would be there all day, all night. And I would try to rotate them in too as well. But you get a break when you go home. Yeah. I'd have like a whole day of sleeping. Yeah. and things like that. So it was crazy. And too, like for the draft, we have to have multiple people eating at different locations. And so you'd have to advance those different locations. So you've got multiple people working multiple hours and
computer and on your feet.
Yeah, it was hard. Yeah. It was fun. I'm a little.
You have to be a little crazy.
You do, especially food and beverage. Shout out food and beverage. Like it is crazy, and like not even like we would be. I was over the ice team too at the draft.
Oh, let's talk about ice.
Yeah, so you're talking like 50 pallets of liquid, of just water, not even like sodas. The sparkling water, the Gatorades, the ice. We would go through probably 2 like trucks of ice. And they would have to go different locations. And then when the draft was on, they had to go like around. They couldn't go even in.
Oh, yeah.
And so that was so challenging too. And so I think what won me over on the draft, I hired some Vandy football players to come one year. And that was like really like a cool, I needed some big guys. I was working the Grand Prix and they were interns. And I was like, they were walking by me holding like some boxes. And I was like, you want to work the draft and like carry ice around? They were a huge hit. Like that's what, you got to be personal. Hire the good people. And so, but ice and water is crazy. Like you have to have water. How do you order enough? What do you do with the extra water? Can you return it? Do you donate it? We donated a lot of food. Thousands of pounds of food and water at the end. And we would work with like local people to donate, and that was super cool too. The draft is really good at that and inspired me to do it at other festivals too.
Really?
Like how do we donate this food? Who can take it? What can they take? But
I know about Musically Fed. Yeah. What are some other organizations?
I would always just call the local people, like, what are your rules on the line, off the line?
Yeah.
The temperature, and I would just use whoever would come and get it.
Oh, how nice.
Like Musically Fed is great.
Wow.
I've heard of them, used them. We've done that, but they're not in all the cities I was in.
Yeah, so it's like local shelters?
Yeah, local shelters.
How
churches,
awesome.
Whatever was available. But same with ice and water. Like we would donate leftover water and sodas to them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They wouldn't take back. But ice and water is crazy.
Ice is no joke. I think I was in this role, and I don't think I even knew what I was in for at all. Like when we just did a stadium show, and pretty much the whole day was going up on a golf cart, thank God, but getting a billion bags of ice on that golf cart and just going and putting them in every cooler, on stage, side stage, in all the dressing rooms, and then literally going back, doing it again over and over and over. That's a whole job.
Oh, yeah. We had probably 50 fridges on our order and placed those fridges, all the drinks, all the ice, and we would put them all the offices.
Yeah.
All the stages, all the back house. We had random coolers placed for everybody working. So we like literally at least 50 to 75 refrigerators depending on the year, 50 pallets of drinks.
Yeah.
And we'd have people would order it. We'd have a nice little advance sheet. Of course, people wouldn't advance it, and it would always like be the biggest number.
Of course.
Like, Coca-Cola, can you please bring another 5 pallets of water?
Wow.
And they would, but it was crazy. So those guys worked really hard and would literally hustle. And then they're in the rain, they're in the cold, they're in the snow. I've been in hell and ice. We've been in snow and ice. And then going from outside cold to an inside truck, like refrigerator truck, is insane. Like you're like, it's good for the hot days. You're sweating. You're like, where's Mandy? She's in the ice truck.
Oh yeah.
And then when it's cold, they're like freezing. But those guys hustled. That's another nourishing part that people don't realize. Like, how are these people getting ice and water?
Yes.
How are we staying hydrated?
Yep.
And even to the fact where a lot of festivals now, and it's so great, will give water out, and it's hot to this people up front who can't leave the stage. And so being hydrated is so important, and it is definitely something that people have really stepped up on. And I feel like, well, shouldn't they bring their own water? And I always made my ice guys like keep water and cooler in their golf cart and hand it to security and hand it to people who are walking, and just like being that extra hospitality, not customer service, but being those extra people who are like, dude, that security guy has no water. It's 90 degrees. He's on the concrete in black pants. Like,
exactly. Of course, we're still wearing black pants.
Exactly.
And I remember, I think it was like Myrtle Beach or somewhere in South Carolina in August, and it was 2 crew guys fainted. It was so bad.
So
and so, you don't even realize how important that is. And the people that are actually getting you those things. Yes. Nourishing, baby. That's huge. Yeah. And that's why also too, like, this is such a great first gig too, that will progress into management roles within food and bev or into roles in production, whatever it is, because you don't even look at how they do the task. It's just like how they show up doing the task. How is the attitude? The job can suck. Yes. And like moving ice and stacking coolers, it can get repetitive. Yeah. But if it's that mental game, if you keep that good attitude, then your life is better.
Yeah.
And then, but I remember when it got like negative and bad for me, it was like, oh no, I'm like a dark storm cloud with everyone around me. Yeah.
Well, I told everybody too, every time they come work for me, I'm like, you need to be positive and nice and hustle because we touch every department there.
Yeah.
Every single department.
Yeah.
Every department needs water. Everybody needs food. We are literally talking to everyone. So if you have a bad attitude, it's going to feed off, and then that could ruin a future job for you. So this is a great start for you, a great place to be in food and bev and ice and water because you get to know everybody.
Easy to stand out.
And you're learning everybody's department. When they advance meals, like come sit with me. Let's look at the advances together. Let's see what they're ordering. Who are we missing? Like let's go down the festival department list. Who hasn't ordered? Let's check on them, follow up with them. Do those extra steps. Just don't expect they're going to advance. That's how your numbers are going to mess up. Take the time out to reach out to them. And that's why you hire staff who is personable and can, hey, call the decor department, call the IT department. Well, shout out IT. They're always at catering on time.
I was about to say, who's the best at advancing? Who's the worst at advancing that you always have to track down?
Well, we know IT is always going to eat and they're always first. So whether they're there or not, shout out radio team, always great, always wants their food, always hustling. I would say like decor sometimes slacks on getting their numbers in on time. But you know, they're my kind of people. They're making it pretty.
Exactly.
Food's not on their list. Food's not on their mind, right? And then it's just getting, we didn't know they were coming in today.
Yeah.
You know, maybe, I'm sorry, the fence guys are here and they're still here. They were supposed to leave at 11. Can we feed them? So it's just, I think it's not like one department. It's just like not knowing the unknown, right? Like the unknown comes. Yeah. What do we do?
Okay. So everyone in catering is pretty crazy. We've established that. Yeah. It's the fact check true. But you probably, if things got too monotonous, you'd probably get kind of bored, right?
Yeah.
So you kind of like the crazies. Yep.
There's special people that work in our world, in festivals and whatever, but there's special people who work in catering.
It's true.
We're different. We're in a hot kitchen, like you said. We're different.
Yeah.
On our feet. They know how to give a good time. They're good. They're good people.
I think if anyone works with Mandi in the future, throw chicken at her. She loves it. Okay. So talk to me about being a mom while working these crazy jobs where you're gone from home for a month or two, crazy hours, so it's hard to connect. When I guess you had children before you got into this, right? Talk to me about that.
Sure. It was so hard. I was doing a little gig work here and there. I was at CMA for a while, for 5 years. Shout out CMA. I was there for 5 years. They were great.
What were you doing with them?
I was a live events coordinator.
Oh,
so
nice.
just learning that festival world was so cool. But I have a 16-year-old and an 11-year-old now, so it is crazy. And I took on this crazy job of traveling. And I'm like, you know, I got so much heat for it from different people. You're going to miss the kids. You're going to miss so many things. And I get that. And I did miss things, of course. Yeah. But when I was home, right? And so that was cool too, right? Like I got to be home. I wasn't working the 8 to 5. I wasn't rushing home to do dinner and baths. I was there. So in the end, I'm like, what's the difference in coming home and rushing for an hour every day or being home for a solid 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Right? Like for me, that worked for our family. Yes, I missed a couple of concerts and a couple of games. But for me, I enjoyed and got to be home and be home. And that was important for me. And I wanted to teach my kids that I could be a successful businesswoman and a mom and do what I love to do and make a difference for people. And so for me, that was so important to be true to myself. But mom guilt is for real. Mom guilt is a thing. And it was hard. And I would love to talk to some young women that would come in and how are you doing it? I want to have a future in the family. And I'm like, it's not for everybody. You have to have a huge support system. My husband, shout out Luke, is amazing.
Luke.
Yeah, he is amazing. He did mom and dad. And I'd come home. He'd be like, don't be coming making new rules now that you're home. Okay. Like just jump in and wait your turn. You know, like, don't be coming momming us now, you know?
Yeah.
My mother-in-law, shout out Deb. Such a trooper. She retired to help homeschool a couple of my kids before he went to school.
Wow.
And, because I was working CMA. My husband was on second shift at the time. And she was like, let me homeschool Miles. He's in kindergarten, which was forever ago. And so she was just great. She was there to help me. And so that support was the only reason why I could do it. Like I was so terrified to leave. And then I would get so busy I wouldn't call sometimes. And for me, it was so heartbreaking. I'd go home and it'd be like midnight or 1. I'm like, shit, I didn't call the kids today.
Yeah.
So luckily when they got phones, I was able to text and FaceTime when I could and have those relationships and make sure that they knew knew what I was doing. I was thinking of them. I care. So those quick texts, those quick calls, and then sleeping on the plane on the way home, people would make fun of me. I'd have like a 6 a.m. flight.
Yeah.
Like, why are you leaving so early? Because I can get home to the kids. I can be home before they get out of school. I can sleep, take a nap, and be there for that game, be there that night. And so my husband would be like, sleep the day away, take the time, and then we would, start over. And so it was hard. And, and I met, when I first started, there wasn't a lot of moms. And so when I started working to like draft, I met a girl named Jen Marks, and she owns her own business called Kilowatt, and she has a kid, and I had a girl named Megan with her, and Betsy, they all have kids now. And so it was great to like kind of talk with them and see how their life works and what they're doing and works for them. And so finding other moms in our industry and getting to know them. I know there's a new group in town called Family Alliance.
Cool.
And they support moms in the music industry. Like, it's
amazing.
You've got to have that support. And so I think for that is the support is the only thing to do it. It would be so hard without it. And so I was just very fortunate. I say that all the time. I'm so fortunate to have a great support system. And my kids understood. And my kid, Roxy, she's 11. She'd be like, when she was real little, she'd be like, I hate the NFL.
Yeah, right. Keep taking my mom away.
I'm like, but we don't. We you know what? We love it because they are doing some cool things in history and making a difference and they're helping support our family, and I'm doing what I love. And
have they gotten to see you doing what you're loving? Like, they've been to work with you?
No, they were so little when I started. I never took them to work, and I was always on this mindset. I don't have business bringing my kids around forklifts and like taking them on stage. I never went on stage. I think I may have went on stage once or twice my whole time working. Yeah. My place was always in the catering tent.
Yeah, girl. And you got that calling.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people get that calling.
I never needed to be anywhere else. I never needed to be on stage I mean, I'd go to front of house a couple of times, but I didn't have time for that. Like, put me in the catering tent. Let's go. I've got to go box system made. Yeah.
I'm telling you.
It's my stage. Yeah, I love that.
You really, you get to kind of feel that gratification of making people feel good.
Yeah.
All the time. And for the most part, everyone's very grateful, right?
Yeah. 100%. And I tell people all the time, I never did it for the music.
Yeah, right.
So weird, right?
Oh.
Everybody does it for the music.
They know.
I never did it for the music.
What'd you do it for?
To make people happy.
Yeah.
So cheesy.
It's
so freaking cheesy.
You're doing what you're supposed to do.
But it's true. I love
hire
music.
this lady.
Yeah. I love music. I do.
Yeah.
But
wow.
It's hard. So.
Wow, man. This episode is brought to you by Gigs, the professional career platform for the live event industry. So if you're looking for jobs in the live event space, or if you are hiring in this industry, go to gigs.live, become a professional, become an employer, start posting jobs and applying to jobs now. Join our community of tens of thousands of professionals in this industry. We have events around the country. We have employment opportunities. We have entertainment. We have education. So join Gigs today, gigs.live. Also, please go give us a 5-star review and follow us on our socials at gigs.live. So recently, you're coming off the road. You're traveling less, being with your family a little bit more. Talk about what that transition's been like for you.
Easy and hard.
Okay.
It was so hard. So I had some medical stuff going on in October and had surgery. And I just looked at my husband and was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done on the road. There are things that I just need to be home for. So I had a calling. I just needed to be home. So I was at DLS for a little while, which is a concession that does a lot of EDM shows for Insomniac. And they were great. But I had a great role there, overseeing the food. That was the National Food Program Manager the last 6 months I was doing my job. Kind of fell into that role I was with Production Collective with Sean Warlow for a little while. Loved him I was with him for 2 years doing catering for a lot of his shows. I was freelancing and ended up working for him a lot.
Love that.
And so he just brought me on. Ended up at DLS doing food concessions for EDM shows, which never done EDM show in my whole entire life until I started working with him.
What'd you think?
Oh, it was a whole new world. Those people, good for you. Good for you. Good for you. No. I was like,
amazing.
I am way too old for this shit.
Yeah.
Good for you. They were great. Those shows were great, but it just was kind of eye-opening to me on what I needed to be doing. And it wasn't like a huge health thing, but it was just time for me to think about what I needed to be doing.
Yeah.
At the same time, my daughter was having some health issues too. And I was just like, and that wasn't the first reason because they weren't really diagnosed then, but she has like some arthritis stuff going on and just needed me, I think, to be at home. And I think it was kind of like God opened this for me. God was like, you need to be at home.
Yep.
And then that happened. And she's 11 and she's going to be becoming a woman soon and doing all these things. And my son's 16 and I love traveling. I do.
Yeah.
But God just said it's time. And I just knew it. It was so weird. I mean, my husband's like, I can't believe you're quitting. Like, you're done? I'm like, I'm done. I'm done. But it was hard. I had a little FOMO, right? I didn't go to the Super Bowl this year. I'm not at the draft right now. And they call me. Some people have called a couple of times, which is kind of cool. Like, Mandi, what'd you do during this or this? And so,
oh, wow.
You know, it's hard because it was such a big part of my life for such a long time.
Yeah.
And I loved it.
Yeah.
But now I'm trying to find how I can love it and do it at home, right? And so the chamber job kind of popped up and they nurse people in their city and help like businesses grow. And so I'm getting to do events with that. And that seems like a good fit for now. Like they're really cool and it's growing their town. How cool is that? Like, how cool am I helping small businesses and big businesses connect and network and grow their business? And so that's been a totally different job change for me. It looks like it'd be the same doing events, but it's a little different.
Girl, I think it's a little different.
It's a little different.
Than the Super Bowl.
It's a little different. But it's been a blessing and it's been really great to cook dinners and to be at home with the kids. But there's some FOMO for sure. And you know, I watched the Super Bowl on a couch with friends this year and the kids, and I've never done that before. And, you know, the draft's next weekend. And you know, but it also shows you, too, that the show goes on. Yeah. Everybody is replaceable. You can be so good at your job, but there's so many people wanting to do what we do. And so I think I always said to people, like, there's enough work for everybody.
True that.
I'm not in competition to get your job. I don't want your job. If I'm calling you to get advice or talk to you, it's because I want to learn about you and what you're doing. And there's enough work for everybody. And we all move on and we all have different phases of our life. And so I'm just in a different phase of my life on this world. And for me, just being at home, I don't want to cry. I am so happy being at home.
Oh, you're where you're supposed to be.
Yeah. It's been stupid that I'm crying. This
is amazing. Yeah.
I love being at home.
Yeah.
I can be there. She has those questions. And just to be with my husband is so cool.
I'm assuming that there's no regrets in what you've done. But is there ever that feeling of, you know, I wish I had been home more or no?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. That mom guilt lived in me my whole time I was gone.
Yeah.
I wish I would have been home more. I wish I would have been there.
But now you are.
Yeah. And now I am. And
you were still.
I was there. Yeah. I was a phone call away.
Yeah.
And I was there for them. But I think for me, I can't regret it.
No.
I can't regret it because it made me who I am. We all change in our lives and it made me who I am. And I'm the person I am because I did all those things and experienced chicken throwing and plate throwing and all these allergies I didn't know existed.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell's a nightshade, you know?
What is a nightshade?
It's like a pepper allergy, like things from the ground. You look it up. It's like crazy.
That's crazy.
And shout out to her. That sucks. She can't have those things. And so, but I can't regret it because it has taught me and educated me and made me who I am. And so I got to teach my children that. And so for me, I knew they were in good hands.
You got to do your passion.
Yes.
And your joy.
Yes.
And, you know, this is your joy now.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And I was home for their first years. And so,
of course.
Yeah, so it's like this middle ground. And so.
Of course.
Yeah.
I did not also want to throw any guilt on you.
No, it's not. I'm not. I don't. You know what? I was telling another mom the other day, like, we all have mom guilt, but we have nothing to feel guilty for. We are doing the best we can in this crazy world. True. We are all hustling, living our best lives. We all have different jobs. And not all jobs and lives look the same.
Yeah.
Nobody's life looks the same. And for me to feel guilty, I feel guilty for feeling guilty because we're all just doing what we can to survive.
I think you're lucky that you found what you're passionate to do in work, because imagine if you had a job that you weren't passionate about, you might have been a totally different person at home.
I would have been miserable.
So there we go.
I would have been miserable.
Your kids got some happy Mandi. Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. That's really cool.
No problem.
And I'm glad you're at where you're at. And I mean, yeah, you've done some crazy stuff.
Yeah,
so
crazy stuff.
Some burning questions, just kind of like quick ones. What was your first concert you ever went to?
Kenny Chesney, Knoxville World's Fair site before he was huge. Shout out Kenny. I've got to go this Sphere and see him this summer.
Oh yeah.
Shout out Kenny.
Hey. Have you worked with him?
No, but he's cool.
Yeah. Amazing.
I've never worked with him personally, but I've seen him at like CMA and stuff before.
What's your favorite venue to work? And for you, it could seriously be streets.
It could. My absolute favorite, I worked High Water in Charleston.
Yeah. Yep.
I loved High Water. I loved being on the beach. KAABOO, Cayman, R.I.P. KAABOO. KAABOO was such a great festival with like art, music, food.
Cool.
KAABOO, Cayman Island.
Is it Cayman Island?
Right after Fyre Fest came out too.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you think it was going to be a scam when you went?
We were all scared. Yeah.
I've heard there's another Fyre Fest coming out.
Oh, God help
He's
us.
doing it. I know. I kind of want to go.
They need to hire somebody that won't feed them sandwiches. So
True that. Oh yeah, they didn't even have food.
no, what the
They
hell?
need you.
I know.
Fyre
What the hell?
Fest 2.0. Get Mandy.
Will they?
Or maybe
pay
not.
Me? Will they pay me?
That's so scary. Okay, what's a piece of advice that you give to someone wanting to come into this industry?
Yeah. Oh, everybody's like, say yes to everything. Fine, say yes to everything, but you need to be doing it 100%, whatever you do. Don't come in late. Do your research. Don't come in wishing you didn't wear your white brand new tennis shoes, wishing you didn't have your vest on, wishing you didn't bring a hat, wear your sunscreen. I think coming in with a good attitude is your best weapon of defense. The attitude, listening. I think in the beginning, asking questions is great, but you also need to learn to listen. Don't come in and change the wheel yet. There's always, I want those open eyes. I want that new outlook. But I also need you to come in and listen, do what we got to do, and let's talk later. Let's have that coffee. Let's have that dinner. Sit with me at night. That attitude changes everything, and not being so like a know-it-all, right? Like, so that's my advice for you. Come in with a great attitude. Don't be a know-it-all, and I want to see you sweat. And I will never ask you to do something that I've never done before. So
there it is. Have you ever had someone come in that had a bad attitude and just like didn't want to be there? Have you ever kind of fired them on the spot?
100%. I will send your ass home. You don't want to be here today? I don't want you here today. We'll figure it out. Everything's fixable or livable. We'll figure it out. Bye.
It'll be better without you.
Yeah. See
I
ya.
love
Like you're wearing off on everybody else.
Yes.
Cool.
Vibe is everything.
I know.
What is the worst piece of advice you've ever received?
Say yes to everything.
Okay. When can you start saying no to things?
When you need a mental health self break.
Oh yeah.
Like why are we feeling like we have to say yes to everything and do all of the shows and never get a chance to relax, never get a chance to mentally sit at your home, be with your people and reset.
Yeah.
Yes, say yes. Get your name out there. But you also have to remember you can't pour from an empty cup.
Yep.
You can't pour when you're so sick from leaving ACL because of all the dust and not going home and getting some medicine for it and then going straight to another gig. You're going to physically wear yourself out and burn out. And burnout's real.
Yeah.
Burnout is real.
Yes. Feel that. What is, do you have any like little secrets or tricks for advancing that makes life easier?
Yes.
Okay.
Communication over emailing. Use your bullet points. Make your grids. Use the formulas. Double check the formulas. I feel like for me, advancing is sending out the mass emails, using the softwares that your company is using, calling to confirm the dates, emailing to confirm the dates again, recapping what they've advanced. And it's a lot of work. You're talking hundreds of companies. But sending those emails out, reconfirming what they advanced. Hey, week out, because catering numbers are due 2 weeks before.
Yeah.
We're a week out. You said you're having 25 people come next Thursday. Just want to confirm they're still coming. Oh, you know what? No, they're not. Oh, great. Let me go save some money. Let me see if I can pull some numbers back.
Yeah.
But you always advance. I mean, I was always that person that was like, I wouldn't live on the number line. I'm going to advance a little extra.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a little extra in my pocket for those extra people who forget, or the 25 who didn't show up and now they show up a day early than they said. So I think just confirming, taking the time to look over the advance and confirming the advance. Text, email, call. It's annoying, but it's important for your budget.
Have you seen a difference in like Gen X to millennial to Gen Z of people who want to call and not call?
Oh, yeah. Just text me. I mean, I get it. I love a text.
Yeah.
But yeah, the importance and I think a lot of that too is like self-reflecting and what's important to them and not overseeing that big picture.
Yes.
I feel like right now there's a lot of that going on with the new generation, and they're so eye-opening and they're great.
Yeah.
They have all these great ideas. They see the world differently than we were raised and did. And I mean, I'm 44. I know I don't look it.
No, you don't, girl.
But how we were raised to look at things and to work, it's different. The hustle's different.
Yeah.
They have a lot more advances than we do. Like the technology.
Yeah.
The AI, the things that they can use to help them is amazing. So I think as long as they know that's great to use it, but there's also a bigger picture out there. I think a lot of them lose that side of that because they're so focused on getting in the door, working that one gig, working that one job. But remember, everything you do touches everybody else.
Have you ever had someone after they work with you for the first time, like send a follow up, just thanking you, or what so like lands with you to make you want to hire someone again?
Yeah. Showing up on time, not asking to leave early. You know, what can I do for you? The follow up is great. I love an extra text. I love a phone call. I love an old school thank you letter. Like, send me a handwritten letter.
You're gonna get another job if you do.
Right. But I think that at the end of it, I will hire you when I know you're going to show up with a great attitude. You're not going to ask to leave early. I never give it in time. Some people have to with hours, but I would hire you as a day rate. You should expect to stay past this time. Don't ask me to leave early. But I'm also the boss that says, well, who's your favorite artist here?
Yeah.
We will work that out so you can go see them.
No, that's awesome.
I'm not going to let you sit in this tent all day. I will sit in this tent all day. I've seen them. Been there, done that.
Yep.
Let me help you enjoy some of this too. And so I think finding that groove with them makes them want to come back and work for me.
That's really
I want them to want to come back and work for me. So
I ask this question a lot of kind of like what makes it all worth it to you. And people always say the same of when the house lights go down, the artist comes on, the energy of the crowd. You clearly are not there to see the artist. So I'm going to ask what makes it all worth it for you?
Yeah. It's when someone walks out of that catering tent and just says, thank you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for feeding us. Thanks for making me feel comfortable in here. Thanks for having the food I needed. Yeah. Thanks for having a staff that's happy to be here. And for me, that's my game day. That's the first day. That's the last day. Picking up that plate, talking to the person by themselves, talking to the group of people having a good time. I love to pick on people, like having just some banter. For me, that's what makes me happy. I'm good for you. Go see the lights turn out and your favorite artist come on. I can hear the music from the catering tent. You know, I don't want to be out there with 80,000 people getting elbowed, and I'm 5 foot and no one walks as fast as I do either. I'm like, move out of the way. The radio helps, you know, but like for me, that's my bread and butter. That's what makes it stick. That's the cream in my coffee. That feeding those people, someone just looking at me and being like, thank you for being here. A lot of people don't say thank you when they leave, you know? So for me, that's what makes me happy.
Wow. And recognizing, you know, if you're going into a catering tent, the work that it actually takes to put that on and being thankful.
And the to-go orders, like people, my to-go order was small. Don't say that. Like,
right. You prepared that for them.
I know. And that's a lot of work.
Yeah. Don't expect it. Know that it's still people working it for you.
So hard.
For you.
For you.
Yeah. Just as you're working it for that artist.
Exactly.
That's huge. Yeah. Hope that we can kind of get that message across. That's great. One thing in catering world, I know that you're working with every department. You're working with hospitality too to make sure that writers and artist dressing rooms are filled. How does that look usually?
So it's different for every show. A lot of festivals have their own hospitality team and we won't touch it except for their food.
Okay.
So they will come in and have a special order. They want to grill by their catering tent or grill by their trailer just for one artist because he wants plain chicken. He wants a buffet by his tent. That's a whole different ballgame and a whole different request that comes in and a whole different thing. And luckily, most hospitality teams are so good at like letting you know way beforehand. Like this guy only wants salmon. He only wants chicken. He only wants broccoli. He wants rice, but he wants it cooked right there at his trailer. Yeah. Like whatever. But I have worked where I've done writers at different places. And for festivals, it's kind of like you can't get your whole list.
Got it.
You're not getting your whole list. You're here for a couple hours. I know. I'm not going to fill your trailer with hundreds of dollars worth of stuff that you're not going to use. I'm going to have to pick back up later. Right. Shout out to the hospitality people because, dude, they deal with a lot and what they need. And I've done it a few times. And it's just like the order just for food alone is crazy. Yeah. So for me, I'm like, you're not getting that. I'm sorry. I can't find it. I'm not going to 12 different Costco's, Walmart, Sam's, Target's, Whole Foods, and Aldi. Probably don't even have a quarter for the Aldi machine. I've only been there once. Like, no, like
Truly.
I can't find it. This will have to do.
Yeah.
And a lot of that, Stu, is I think management too on that end, right? So you just got to talk to them and be open and honest. Like, here, you're for a couple hours. Let's knock down your list to the minimal things that you need. Because a lot of hospitality for festivals will give sponsorship those items. Here's your bulk of what you're getting.
Yeah.
They take those riders list and then they'll add the things that they need. But again, we're not here for hours. So it's different than like a tour where your rider is like so crazy. But for festivals, it's kind of like,
yeah,
let's slim it down.
We're in a
bit.
desert, by the way.
Yeah.
There's really nothing around.
I can't find your blueberry flavored hibiscus water or whatever it was. I don't know. Like, sorry guys. Like someone asked for different. Like the craziest thing I've heard someone ask for was kitty litter.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Do you actually know why?
I've heard a couple different reasons why.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't even realize it because I, on hospitality, had to go get some kitty litter because of when the artist is can't find time to go to the bathroom. They just got to go into a trash can with some kitty litter.
And I was like dumbfounded the first time somebody asked for that. I was like, why do we need? Did they bring their cat?
And why does a cat need kitty litter right now?
Yeah.
Can they just go outside?
Like, is it for an ashtray? Like, why are we having kitty
get some
litter?
weird requests.
That was the weirdest one I've
Ask
ever
the
done
chef
with
for the kitty litter.
Yeah. The most things I touch would be the special food requests.
Got it.
Those things like that. But for the writers, we had to slim that down for some shows. There was like, especially the smaller shows I did who doesn't have a hospitality team. When we took that on, I was like, I'm sorry. Thanks for being here.
I think that everyone would be very lucky to go into your catering tent because, some people have some bad experiences. Again, it all comes down to that attitude and that, I think, passion. I mean, it's very clear that you care a lot about the people and making them happy. Yeah. And so I think anyone would be lucky to go into your tent and be truly nourished because everything is fixable and everything is livable. Correct. Thank you so much, Mandi. I appreciate you. And this was really insightful. And so if anyone wants to get in touch with you and maybe ask you questions on how to get in, how can they get in touch with you?
All kinds of ways. I have my personal email. I'm happy to give that out. Mandi L. Naylor. Yeah. Mandi with an I. Don't forget the L between Mandi and Naylor. I have a pen pal in Australia. Funny story, Cleveland draft, we were taking pictures of the catering team, the headshots for their credentials. Yeah. So we had all of them email them to me, and they forgot the L. And so my Australian pen pal got like 500 catering headshots.
To Mandi Naylor at Gmail?
Yes, it's Mandi L. Naylor. Don't forget the L.
You need the L.
Mandi Naylor.
Heard. Yeah. Okay, so they can email you.
Message me on my socials or text or call. I'm happy. Please share about it. You can share my email with them, and I'm happy to answer any questions on how, why, when, what to do. Am I crazy? Yes. Or let's go have some coffee. I love having coffee with younger people too. I feel like it's so important to meet up and to chat with people about what they're getting into and why. So.
And that's rare. Thank you so much, Mandi. Appreciate you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.